Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. In the New York trial, the government alleged that R. Kelly committed crimes of forced labor when he allegedly directed Jerhonda and Faith Rogers to perform an act of oral sex on him on January 23, 2010 and January 13, 2018 respectively. R. Kelly's lead lawyer, Jennifer Bonjean, articulates the fact that these charges are yet another example of the government's crystal-clear struggle to stretch a statute far beyond its envisioned purpose to reach conduct that can no longer be reached by state authorities. Needless to say, a judgment of forced labor requires the government to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that R. Kelly acquired the labor or services of Jerhonda and Faith, presented threats of serious harm, or acted knowingly. Furthermore, the government must find and prove existence of a causal link between the labor and services provided by the alleged victims and the threat of serious harm. One of the alleged victims, Jerhonda, never testified that R. Kelly threatened her, forced her, or even demanded that she give him oral sex. Jerhonda again did not claim that she feared R. Kelly would assault her if she declined the request. She neither did testify that she did not want to provide R. Kelly with his alleged request. Interestingly, after the alleged incident, Jerhonda said she had left R. Kelly's home on her own free will. Thus, if we actually take and accept Jerhonda's own account as true, then there is truly no reason we should even be thinking about the act of forced labor. In real sense, an isolated act of oral sex does not qualify as labor or services, especially since there was no commercial aspect to the incident, and the alleged victims never testified that they expected any type of benefit from the act. Unfairly, the jury jumped conclusions in the absence of Jerhonda's testimony, particularly since this event was an isolated one. Similarly, no rational juror would conclude based on the evidence put forward at trial that R. Kelly knowingly obtained or agreed to obtain any labor or services from Faith on January 13, 2018. Faith affirmed that she traveled to Los Angeles to see R. Kelly, with whom she had been having a romantic relationship. She described an incident where she and R. Kelly were in a small room in his studio. Faith claimed she was intimidated by a gun in the room, but acknowledged that R. Kelly never in any way threatened her with it, or made any indications that he intended to use it. She denies doing anything with R. Kelly under duress. Similarly, Jerhonda in one of the podcasts said, "I don't like the word victim because I don't feel like I'm a victim. I'm a young woman. And let's be clear, I made a choice to be involved with R. Kelly," she clearly stated. We should all acknowledge the fact that the forced labor statute was not enacted to remedy isolated occurrences, like those described by Jerhonda and Faith. These alleged victims actually never ended their relationships with R. Kelly after those alleged episodes. Jerhonda and Faith were not living in a state of bondage through threats or physical force. To construe these events as acts of forced labor would thus render the purpose of the statute meaningless. We for sure can now confidently say that the government's several proof problems now extend to its forced labor charges. In demonstrating a clear intent to make federal law coextensive with state law, the government unlawfully charged R. Kelly with violating the forced labor statute. The government failed to prove violations of federal forced labor laws. As the appeal process takes shape, we hope this time justice will be observed and that R. Kelly and his legal team will win through the appeal smoothly. We want to see R. Kelly out of prison sooner than later. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.